Hey everybody, CrazyPanda Productions again. I think it's been a little too long since we've done the big screen. We were supposed to do one for Doctor Strange, and you know what? We just never got around to it. But I did just recently watch Assassin's Creed, the movie, and seeing as I was at one point a huge fan of Assassin's Creed, I feel obligated to do a review on the movie. Now, if I'm gonna be fair, I do remember seeing the movie's trailer a long time ago and going, that looks like shit. And I was kind of right. Movie's kind of shit. Movie's not good. It has a few decent things that they have in it, but overall the movie's pretty crap. So if you wanted an opinion without having to watch a 10-minute video, there you go. Don't bother watching the movie. I think only hardcore fans would find any enjoyment out of the movie, which honestly I did find a little enjoyment out of the movie, but only when we got towards the end of the movie. I'm not gonna spoil the movie. I'm just gonna say it's towards the end of the movie. If you really like Assassin's Creed 2 specifically, or specifically Assassin's Creed 2, if you really like that, then you're probably gonna start to like the movie towards the end. But anyways, problems. The movie's boring. The movie is incredibly boring. I found myself picking up my phone and looking at my phone as the movie was going on until it got to a good part, because the movie was it was hard to watch. It was really bad. I think the movie just doesn't know what it wants to be. It doesn't really have an identity. It wants to do the past, the historical stuff from the original, from Assassin's Creed, the video games. But it doesn't want to take away the modern day part, because the modern day part has got to be at least 70% of the movie. 70 or 80, honestly. There's so much modern day. And I'm one of the few people that actually liked the modern day story of Assassin's Creed, at least up until Assassin's Creed 3, because then they're just absolutely dog shit. But they just use the modern day so much, and the modern day isn't interesting in this. Like, I found Desmond's stories interesting. I get that Desmond is a really whiny character, but I found his overall story, interesting. And I don't care about what's his name, Callum Lynch, I think his name is, or something like that. I don't care about his story. I don't give two shits about what happens to him. Again, until the very end, when he actually kind of becomes a decent character. And I'm stretching the word decent. I am very much stretching the word decent on that. But, God, the story was bad. I don't even know what to say about it. There's so many negatives to this movie. The script writing is awful. The pacing is atrocious. The action, oh my god, the action. They fucking had to go ahead and destroy one of the best parts of the movie, where the Assassin's Creed, the historical parts, the Spanish Inquisition, the assassin fighting is actually decent. It's not terrible. It's pretty cool. But they have to go and ruin it with the fucking they cut between the action in the Spanish Inquisition time period and the modern day, because they have Callum Lynch hooked up to a giant fucking arm, so that when he's in the past in his head, he can play out the actions in the present day, which in my opinion is the stupidest fucking thing. They had to Hollywood it up, and whenever they do that to a video game franchise, they make it worse. They're like, no, we're making it better. No, you're not. It's just stupid. It would have been fine if you just put him in the fucking Animus and he went to sleep, and then you got to see the past. That's it. I don't want to fucking see present day Callum Lynch fighting somebody that's not even there. It's annoying. It's not cool. I don't like watching it. I hated that. And it's annoying that they do it during pretty decently done Assassin's Creed combat. Even the parkour. I'm pretty sure, even the parkour had cutbacks between the past and the present. And it's terrible. It takes you out of the action completely. And I don't understand why that was a thing. I really can't figure it out, because it's bad. And the parkour is actually pretty good. It's pretty decently well done, and that's about as good as I can give this movie. Is the things that it does well, it only does it decent, and the things that it does bad, it does pretty fucking horribly. Like, what the fuck is with all the blue tint everywhere? I hate when movies do that. They have to have a blue effect tint, probably because there's so much CGI that they want to make it less noticeable, which is fair. But Jurassic Park has tons of CGI, and some of its CGI is really good. Granted, some of it's really outdated, but the ones where they do it at night and in the rain is really well done. Better than most of CGI these days. I don't know. This movie was really disappointing. I gotta be honest, I wasn't looking forward to it. I expected it to be bad. I 100% thought this was going to be a shit movie, and it was. Granted, when I got toward the last 10 minutes of the movie, I didn't expect me to start actually enjoying it. So at least there's that redeeming quality. Script writing's bad. Visually, it doesn't look all that great either. There's so much fog and there's so much blue tint. The Assassin's Creed combat is pretty decent, except for the fact that they cut in between past and present. Oh, one other thing that I didn't like, and it took me out of the experience as an Assassin's Creed fan. The Animus, when he goes back in time in the Animus, when he goes to the Spanish Inquisition, it's all in subtitles. There's no English, which took me out, because in the Assassin's Creed lore, it should be translated for him to English. Now, I get they have the whole whitewashing thing, which it still kind of was, honestly. The machine is supposed to translate the Spanish into English. That's what the Animus does. That's how it's supposed to work. Otherwise, how the fuck are they gonna know anything? I didn't like that. They break their own lore. That really took me out of the experience, because that's something they say in, I think it's the very first game, they say. The Desmond asks why it's all in English, and they say because it translates for you. I don't know, that bothered me. But so script writing's bad. The action could have been good, but they fucked it up. Visually, it looks terrible. I don't like Abstergo. Characters? I didn't like any of the characters. Not one. Not even what's his face is the main guy, Michael Fassbender. I didn't even like his character. Michael Fassbender generally plays the same character over and over again. It's kind of like he's typecasted to play that kind of character, but he was given nothing to work with here. This movie had terrible characters, terrible script writing, terrible visual effects. Could have been good action, but they fucked it up, and it only redeems itself very slightly, and only for somebody that's really into Assassin's Creed at the very, very, very end. And I mean, like, last 6-7 minutes, very end. So I'm gonna keep this short. I didn't talk about everything that's negative and everything that's positive. I just wanted to keep it short, and I wanted to get my opinion out there because I feel obligated as an Assassin's Creed fan to do it. If I had to put a score on it, let's see. I didn't review Doctor Strange, so I'm gonna do a comparison / you figure out what my fucking Doctor Strange thing is. Doctor Strange is like an 8.5. I don't like doing halves, but I don't think it's quite a 9. I don't think it's quite a 8. Doctor Strange is like an 8.5. I think Batman v Superman's like a 4. And I have to put this. I don't feel like it's worse than Batman v Superman. I don't feel like it's better, so I think I'm gonna put it as a 4 as well. I'm gonna put this as a 4. 4 out of 10. That's where that's gonna sit for me. So that was impression of Assassin's Creed. Hope I didn't miss anything. And catch you guys later. Bye.